if this building came with the changes made by the acoustics design, we would approve it. That seems to be what I'm hearing around the table, but I'm not sure if that's the case.
Thanks for putting that question.
In part, with the acoustics design, acoustics only really dealt with that issue in one little picture with question marks and one sentence. However, if we again go back to our own development guidelines, it says architectural elements such as corner boards, gables, cornices, and I think cornices are actually turrets or something like that, little fancy things. Window, door trims, strong eave detailing can help to articulate facades and reduce scale of larger buildings. And I think that's what we're seeing here is a flat-faced larger building. Looks like Shoppers Drug Mart downtown Toronto to me, or as I said before, a professional building. It is very pedestrian. It doesn't look like anything except a building that you could see anywhere. And some of these things, I don't know how you would put gables or cornices or window trim, but I bet you a designer could say, this is how we keep a modern building. So I'm not suggesting going back to a Victorian house with lots of little roofs and gables, but I think that there are things that could be done here to make this fit better into to the streetscape, and part of it is all of the glass windows, which are very Shoppers Drug Mart looking to me, along the front. They look like they're sliding doors, and I expect to go in there. Shoppers Drug Mart is a favorite of my place, so I'd like that, but you know. It just doesn't speak Wolfville. Come to Wolfville, we're an interesting heritage tourist town.
Okay.
I'm going to try. We've got 3 points in Mr. Morrison's memo. My feeling is that the access egress is more or less almost there, except for the negotiation. And what we're really doing is looking at the next 2. If I was going to answer Councillor Sparkman, I've just heard from Councillor Donovan on the architecture. Yes, to me, some of those things that were spoken to in the acoustics report would help along the way, and I don't know why those elements that Councillor Donovan just spoke about can't be added to it. I really don't. That would give the design something more palatable and fit with our streetscape. I think the biggest one for me is number 1, which is mix of dwelling types. Whether 13 is enough is a huge question for me. I don't, you know, there's many more people I think in this town could benefit from being in this place, and I think not enough thoughts go in who is the clientele. Is it all students, or is it going to be these 13 units can be occupied by older people or professionals who want these bigger units to live in? I think we've got a mix. Talk about eclectic when our population is that way. So why can't we look at that and hear some discussion? Because realistically, if I got acoustics and some of those elements that Councillor Donovan said, I'd be a long way to understanding that this thing, the facade, the front of it could be improved and fit better with our streetscape. Then I want to look at the number of units and how it balances out. So I'd like to hear from council on that, number 1.
Yes. Our solicitor would like